North-South Connection. Welcome back to Extreme Through a Dance, the most extreme non-12 violence you ever experienced here on North-South Connection. JT, Jenny, and Matt taking you through the history of Extreme Championship Wrestling. Doing it started February 1994. We are now in May of 2000 in the home stretch of Extreme Championship Wrestling. This podcast is simulcast audio on almost all podcast apps under North-South Connection, and video on YouTube under North-South Connection YouTube channel. It's been cranking along on the doorstep of 1,200. Might even be there by the time this drops. I'm not sure. Just want to thank everyone who subbed here in 2026. Want to welcome all our new viewers, and of course those that have been with us in the beginning. Big shout out. Thank you. We have a lot of cool content. We're entering Rumble season, Mania season. So, we'll be cranking along with the previews, the recaps, the specials about all those different topics. Jenny, you have stuff every Wednesday. We're getting back to it over on the audio side. Matt, we can catch you here and there on the North-South. Most of your content's over the Backbone Wrestling Podcast Network, so be sure to subscribe there as well. So there's a lot of cool stuff happening, especially it's such a fun time of year to be doing this stuff because of things that come up.
I would like to have a special shout out to Cooking with Keithy on the Backbones YouTube. He's really doing classy things. Okay, he's
I heard he's making baguettes.
He's had several episodes, and I think he levels up, and I really enjoyed the last episode, so shout out to Keith.
Well, he's a classy individual, so it makes sense that
I think of Keith. Class.
Yeah,
definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. You get to see his aprons; those are good.
I love them.
That's great.
Yeah, that's a highlight. Definitely check it out. Cooking with Keithy on the Backbone YouTube. Also, just give a shout out to again the regular return of No Holds Barred, myself and Aaron. It's now on Fridays here in North-South every Friday. We're almost done with our rebooking the 95-96 WWF season. So Rumble 96 is going to be out soonish. I didn't verify if it's out by the time this drops. I think it may be. We also are kicking off some really cool content around the Greatest WWE Wrestler Ever project. 2027 will be our 5-year of the last revisited, 10-year of the original. So we're going to spend the next couple of years doing some side project work to kind of revamp and reset that list. So check that out every other Friday, along with all the other great content. It's a big month too, like Saturday Smith events coming up. We got the Rumble, and then it'll be Chamber and the Mania. So a lot of big content on the video side as well. So, all right, all that said, we have a big night ourselves here. It is pay-per-view eve as we are covering Hardcore Heaven 2000. So always fun to get to a pay-per-view. Especially because the last night of TV, we were struggling a little bit, like the go-homes. Usually a little rugged sometimes, so as they kind of coast on fumes into the pay-per-view with whatever they got left in the tank to air. But it's always fun to have one. This is, as usual, right? Things are up in the air, a little bit chaotic, but that's kind of how it goes. This did occur on May 14, 2000 from the Rave in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 3,400 in attendance. Sadly, I don't have my WrestleMania 3 Alice Cooper shirt.
It's Algonquin for the good land,
Oh, it definitely was. Did you have something, Jenny, before I move on?
Go right ahead.
We get our opening animation. Joey and Joel are in the ring to kick off the show and hype the fans. Joel works in his shtick. Then they awkwardly walk to the back, and we stay quiet in the arena. Kind of a weird transition. I don't know what was going on there. It's almost like I feel like they usually do that, then the opening animation. So I don't know if they weren't ready or something, but is it odd?
It felt like someone forgot to hit a button to play a video package or something.
Well, normally we cold open with them and then we go to the opening animation.
Right.
Like they aired it out of order or something.
And then we get this crowd shot, which is I think the most, I don't know, 2000s crowd that has ever crowded. It was kind of tremendous to see the fans because there were a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of Creed shirts, a lot of Limp Bizkit shirts.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like a little time capsule of white dudes.
Well, it is Milwaukee. All right, we get to the ring for our opening match, and that is Masato Tanaka taking on Balls Mahoney, old tag partners, going to war. Balls bounces out, chairs in hand, kicks things off, followed by his old tag partner Tanaka, starts them off with some violence here. And it's kind of cool too. We're starting off with kind of a name match. I feel like usually we really start at the bottom of the dregs and then work our way up on these cards. This is a pretty big opener for them. Joel said Balls is back from FMW, no stranger to the hardcore wars of the Orient. Cyrus interrupts in the nest, says the network is taking control, calls out Gertner for taking over the broadcast, says we have a score to settle. We see Kanamura is standing next to Cyrus as Joel steps over to him. Cyrus says the network thinks Joel's fat body is a ratings killer. The people don't buy his gimmick, and no one cares about him. He's a fat, disgusting, vulgar piece of crap. Joel takes off his neck brace. Cyrus says, what are you going to do about the fact that I don't like you? Gertner says he should kick his fucking ass. But Cyrus motions to Kanamura, and he chokes Gertner out. Hooks him from behind and puts him to sleep as Cyrus calls him a fat bastard. Cyrus says he will be the color announcer for the evening, and Kanamura is going to stand guard as we settle in. I will also say that Kanamura equally looks like a slob.
Yes, he looks awful.
Yeah, in my notes, I call him the Japanese Angus. You remember the movie Angus?
Oh my God.
Gee, holy shit. It was Adam so Murray, random.
The, PTV NBA team. I called him Angus freshman year of college. He was very insulting.
So fucking
I
random.
wonder why, bro.
He looks like Angus. We're down to the plaid shorts. Yeah, Kanamura is a sloppy pig. I mean, he just looks
And everybody loves Joel, actually, technically.
Yeah.
He's a ratings draw for us, for sure. Big. He's come a long way from the Dudleys days. There's no
100%.
I love the voice of the company now. Balls recovers. Wait, where are we at here? Oh, all right. So we reset the ring with introductions. Joey's not thrilled to have Cyrus. Cyrus says it's great ratings to see a Japanese wrestler choke out a fat piece of garbage on live pay-per-view. We start with some chain work into Balls focusing on Tanaka's leg. They restart, trades some strikes into a flurry from Balls that drops Tanaka. Balls slugs away. Tanaka comes back with a body block for 2, grabs hold of the arm. Balls recovers with a lariat for 2, whiffs on a charge, tumbles over the top to the floor. Tanaka follows with a pescado. Balls catches him, shoves him into the railing, smacks him with a beer from a fan. Balls shoots Tanaka hard into the railings and then hits him with another drink. Tanaka rallies, throws Balls into the railing, drags him to the ramp, and jabs him with a chair. Tanaka runs down and blasts Balls with a chair and then hits a tornado DDT. Both guys end up back of the ring with chairs. Tanaka eats 3 brutal chair shots to the head, but kicks out of 2. Tanaka gets up and grabs a chair, but Balls ducks a swing, kicks it into Tanaka's face for 2. Balls loads more chairs in the ring, piles him up, but as he does, Tanaka goes to the top rope. Balls crotches him, loads the Nutcracker sweep, but Tanaka counters her tornado DDT into the chairs for 2. Balls ducks the roaring elbow, sticks the Nutcracker sweep for 2, but Tanaka recovers the diamond dust. That gets 2. Tanaka piles the chairs back up, but Balls lands a flurry of punches, catches Tanaka on a float over, and drives him into the chair with the Nutcracker sweep for 2. Balls misses the New Jersey Jam. Tanaka drills the roaring elbow, but Balls kicks out. Tanaka comes off the top of the chair shot and finishes with the roaring elbow, and Balls and Tanaka embrace after the match. So pretty fun opener, just a war, some heavy offense, near falls. Again, some of the chair stuff is tough to watch back. The crowd is pretty into everything. Both guys came off as warriors. And a good hard-hitting finish that felt earned. Good to see an opener, too, that wasn't just like the low card. And a good start to the show. I went 3 stars. But I will ask you, Matt, like, has the awesome Tanaka chair wars of 99-2000 like taking the piss out of some of these other matches that also did not feature the chairs? Because those had so many chair shots, so many ridiculous chair shots that you'd kick out of over and over. Or is it just like, well, those 2 guys are chair gods and it just was a moment in time? Because it almost felt like this like had some nasty stuff, but I almost feel a little desensitized after Awesome and Tanaka literally just, mutilated each other with chairs or whatever.
Yeah, I get that, but I also feel like, well, for one thing, Mike Awesome ain't around anymore, number 1, so it ain't gonna happen again. So, I mean, if you want to have matches like this, Balls is a good foil for Tanaka to just beat the shit out of each other. So, and it's also been, like, when was the last Awesome Tanaka match? It was earlier in the year, right? So it's been a couple of months since we've seen one of these matches like this, but so I think there's a place for it, especially with Tanaka, because Tanaka's fucking great at these style of matches. So I'm still kind of in on it. I mean, it's not as good as Awesome Tanaka, obviously, but I'm still kind of in on this style. That being said, I did go 3.5 on this because I fucking love this opener. Like, I'm a big fan. You guys know me. I'm a big fan of 2 guys just going out there and fucking throwing bombs at each other for like 10 minutes, and that's what this was. It's a great way to kick off the show with just Tanaka just taking everything from Balls, and they're kicking out of each other's finishers. Like, I thought it was super fun and super entertaining. And look, the roster's kind of paper thin right now outside of the very, very top of the card. So it's weird to me that we're not doing more with Balls at this point. So like, why not? Why not?
Got to incorporate the balls, man.
Right, more balls is what I'm saying. Why not just have balls go out there and fucking beat the bag out of somebody like every week? You know, like you can find some beat the sack out of them. Exactly. There's a spot for balls, is what I'm saying.
Players, which is good.
Yeah, the balls were not deflated. 3.5 for me. Hell of it. I'm probably overrating it, but fuck it, I liked it. Jenny.
It's nice to go into a show like this when I felt a little shaky about it with something real fun. It had kind of a exhibition type feel to it. The tornado DDT off the chair on the runway was awesome. And the chair shots, sometimes I feel desensitized by them, but not when Balls Mahoney does it or Tanaka. Like those were brutal, like even to me. The kickouts were interesting because the timing seemed a little off on some of those. I don't know. And the crowd was super into all this, so I liked it a lot, and I did the 3 stars too.
All right, Lance Storm is with Dawn Marie backstage. He issues his warnings to Justin Criddle. Says he's always had someone watching his back. In New York, you had Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and ECW, you've had me, but not tonight. Your title reign will be over. So not much there, just kind of a quickie from Storm. Joey and Cyrus reset, and then we're going to head to the ring for a 3-way dance featuring Simon Diamond, Mikey Whipwreck, and Little Guido. And that means just one thing. It is time for our Italian lesson of the week. All right, fittingly, today's word and lesson. Anyway, today's word is paradiso.
Say it again.
Paradiso.
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 Paradise.
Our second word at you.
Oh.
Cielo.
Cello?
Jello? Like the gelatin? Jello?
Cielo.
Cello.
Do you want to take a guess at what those words mean?
Gelatin in paradise.
I like it.
Well, paradise refers to
Heaven.
Paradiso refers to paradise, the celestial realm. Yellow, sky, divine, or heaven. Hardcore Heaven here tonight.
Where Matt is.
Definitely, yes.
We know I ain't fucking there.
Refers to paradise, the afterlife, or a great place of happiness. Andare in paradiso is to go to heaven. Yellow means basically skies or heavens. So there you go. That's where we are tonight. Have we talked about? I think we've talked about Chino about Paradiso on one of these.
The what now?
No, we haven't actually. Okay, we'll do that one. Previous one.
Oh, okay.
You a movie person?
A little bit.
It's not a horror movie, so I'm sorry.
Well, don't count.
Yeah, I guess it could be. Anyway, we'll cover that at our next one. But there you go.
Okay.
Paradiso. All right, let me get back to my notes, I guess.
Don't sound so excited.
Your ADD kicked in.
Bono?
Did you say
You guys-
Bono?
You guys are not going to chill.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Jokes. Simon and his circus hit the ring. Simon grabs the mic, says he has a problem because everyone thinks he's a comedy act, but he's not. And tonight at Hardcore Heaven, he will show he's a blue chip athlete. Mikey heads to the ring with a cackling Sinister Minister as his descent into madness continues. We got quite the crew in the ring, and it only gets crazier as Guido rides Sal's shoulders to the ring. Cyrus says the network is very happy with Guido, bringing in the young Italian demographic. Mitch grabs the mic, introduces Simon, works at a Mark Chimera reference. Good on him.
Who?
Big Mark Chimera guy? Yeah, no?
No.
You know who Mark
Can't
Chimera is?
Can't say that I am.
Really? He was
No, weirdly enough, I don't follow 2000s Milwaukee sports.
he was pretty well known. He was a
I was 9.
You don't?
I barely knew who was on the fucking Red Sox. Never mind Milwaukee.
He was a tight end for the Packers, like the whole 90s. Super Bowl champion. He was really good.
I'll take your word for it.
He was young in the 90s. He's not old like us.
Yeah, I'm not old like you.
Yeah.
I feel old, but I'm not.
Whatever. Mitch knew. We finish the announcements. Get some pizza chants. We get going with Simon and Guido wiping on Mikey. Guido double crosses Simon quickly, leads to a quick flurry of strikes, reversals. Mikey sticks Guido with a hard drop kick. Guido comes back with a head scissors takedown on Simon. Gets some more offense into a Guido pancake on Simon for 2. Mikey nails Guido with a flying clothesline for 2, but Simon grabs him, hits 2 suplexes and a gourd buster. Guido wrecks Simon with a seated drop kick for 2. Mikey stomps on Guido. He gets some crackcore chants. Mikey drills Guido with a guillotine leg drop on a chair, but then Simon throws a chair on Mikey's face. Cameraman gets wiped out as well. The lights in the building go out as Guido misses a pescado. The circus attacks Sal on the floor. Simon tries a pescado. Sal catches him, and while he's surrounded by the circus, none of this makes sense. Mikey then comes flying in, waits them all in a really cool spot. Joey said it looks like a clip from Rock and Roll as they all bowl over. Joey knows that Sal's bandaged up from an incident with Mikey in Minnesota. Everyone is scattered and splattered on the floor as Sal squishes all the circus members into the railing. Guido works over Mikey in the ring, hits a Sicilian slice, but Simon makes a save for some reason. Don't know why. Simon slugs at Guido, hits a sit-out powerbomb for 2. He hoists Guido on his shoulders, but Mikey gets a super kick for 2. The lights are slowly coming back onto the building as Mikey loads a top rope whippersnapper. Simon gets in the way and blocks it. Mikey drops down, and he eliminates Simon with a whippersnapper. Guido's off the top with a dive. Mikey rolls through, hits a double underhook Falcon Arrow for 2. Guido comes back with a side Russian leg sweep for 2, scales the Tower of Pizza, but misses the elbow. Minister huddles with Mikey, who throws fire at Sal, but Guido sticks to Maritano and gets the win. This is pretty fun. I think a good job pushing through the lighting issues without a blip. Like they could have easily kind of fell apart in the dark, but they just kept running through their stuff. I liked all the nonsense on the floor with Sal just really continuing to deliver nicely in this role. He's fun out there. And the circus, has a lot of chaos too. So them bumping all around, getting bowled over was really cool. Guido gets the win. Sal takes more of the heat. Pretty good stuff overall. And it looks like we're finally getting some new combos down the card on these shows. It felt like forever. We're getting Nova and Chetty versus Doring and Roadkill. Like we were getting a lot of similar stuff. So this at least feels a little bit different out here. So Jenny went 2 3/4. Just kind of a good lower card. And as much as Simon Diamond doesn't want to be a comedy act, this had a lot of comedy in it.
Yeah. Fun comedy, but also pretty brutal spots. When Mikey jumped over on top of everybody and knocked him down, I think he cracked his head on the side of the fucking ring.
Yeah, he hit it pretty hard.
Yeah,
they made a point that he has 13 concussions. So
that's a lot of concussions.
That's way too many, man.
Yeah.
I just
that's
assumed
like 13 people's worth of concussions.
Yeah.
I just assumed the lights went out because Daddy Mitchell came out. Fireball. It would have looked cool if the fireball happened while the lights were still out.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I thought Simon was all right. A good little rando to throw in this match to make it even more chaotic. Him and his crew. I like the pace. Man, Guido really missed the hell out of that elbow. He climbed all the way up to the Tower of Pizza. And fucking missed the elbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a long trek.
It looked hard. But anyway, I liked it a lot too, and I did 3 stars, Maddie.
Yeah, I went 2.5 on it. It was kind of a mess, but it was an entertaining mess. Just super fun. Just a lot of chaos. The fucking lights going out. Everybody throwing their moves. There was a fucking fireball in the second match of the night. That was something. But yeah, just very fun. The lights going out, I thought was fucking hysterical. Who turned out the lights? I can't see.
And God the cameraman falling, and you just see the floor.
Right, cameraman falls over. The lights are fucking going out. Just a complete fucking chaotic mess, a cacophony of errors. But it was very entertaining for what it was. So I do wish Mikey won this. He could kind of use a win, but still for what it was pretty fun. So 2.5, hell of a mess this was.
Yeah. I mean, they've really pieced together this section nicely. The FBI is good. Minister now. It felt weird seeing Minister in the arena because I feel like we haven't seen him in the arena.
No,
yet.
he's not usually around.
Backstage. It was when he walked out, it was kind of like, oh, I forget he comes out.
Right.
It was like watching a puppet walk or something. Like, you haven't seen his legs before, It's like,
yeah.
Oh, he has
like,
legs.
he can walk. He moves.
Weird.
And then, of course, we had the I just randomly timed that. I was playing low underneath, and then I had just incredible Francina backstage. Credible gives his final comments. Again, nothing much. Joey and Cyrus reset. They plugged the website, including Jim Quigley's ringside pervert pictures. So.
Oh my God.
2000. What a time to be alive.
How many pervert pictures do y'all have in your phone?
No,
now you don't want to know that number.
Listen, I had more back then on my computer. I also had a history/track coach, history teacher named Mr. Quigley in high school. So I like to correlate that it was him.
Did he have pervert pictures?
I mean,
probably.
He's actually one of the few teachers that did not later get busted for soliciting minors. So that's
that
he didn't get busted.
Yeah, he didn't get caught.
I won't.
He wasn't doing it.
I won't take Quigley slander.
Okay.
So it was Quigley's class that
Sorry.
So on the bus one day, we tied Josh Richards' bag to the bottom of the seat.
What?
He wasn't looking, and he couldn't. We got to school, and he couldn't untie it. And the bus drivers fucking screamed at him to get off the bus because he's gonna go. He had to unfucking pack his bag and carry all his shit in, all his books and everything, leave his bag on the bus. And then he was late to Quigley's class. He comes storming in. He's so fucking pissed off with his books. And Quigley's like, "Why are you late?"
Y'all are what's wrong with Josh? Damn.
He was fucked up long before that. Louis leads out the Dangerous Alliance. As Joey says, they basically have nudes of Elektra on the website. And asks Cyrus how many times he's replaced his keyboard this month. Lou does his shtick and says he has the most important announcement he's ever made. If you think Elektra is just a pretty face, you have another thing coming. Elektra has never had plastic surgery, never had to wear an ounce of makeup. She's a woman who's not just tits and ass. She's the toughest in wrestling today. And if anyone in wrestling thinks they're tougher, they can come out and prove it. Jazz heads out to answer the call. She smacks CW as she arrives and then drills Wild Bill Wiles with the Jazz Stinger, wipes out Louis. Jazz yanks off Elektra's jacket, but she has a huge Mike Awesome shirt on, which is pretty funny. Jazz hits a Falcon Arrow, rips the shirt off, and we see a very thin, like Borat-style bikini. Very nice. CW nails Jazz with a super kick, sticks with a spine buster. Him and Wiles attack until Kid Cash comes out and cleans house. Jazz looks dead as she's being carried out.
Like,
right. Jesus down the hill. Leaving us our scheduled singles match, which is going to be Kid Cash versus C-Dub Anderson. But any thoughts on that chaotic scene with Jazz and the DA, Cash with the save, the Borat bikini, like awesome shirt?
I mean, it was better than the normal fucking 1980s DA shtick that they do every week. I'll give it that. So it was, for that reason alone, it was very entertaining. And then you have the Borat bikini, which is a hell of a thing. But as you said, very nice.
She's definitely added a little couple of things to this group. Made
one or two, maybe.
One or two things.
Yeah.
But she's more than TNA, you guys. So, yeah, that was insane. I kind of enjoyed it, though. Not gonna lie.
If you want to hear more from Elektra and the Sinister Minister, head over to the Place to Be Nation wrestling feed for this year's Place to Be podcast Christmas extravaganza. The DA are in the crowd arguing with fans. Cash flies into them with a big crossbody to a pop. C-Dub heads back in. The bell sounds. He slugs away to a flurry of counters through a Cash Rana. Drop kick to send C-Dub to the floor. Cash nails Wiles as well. Hits him with a Rana off the apron to the floor. C-W's back in. Cash chops away, tries another Rana, but C-Dub counters that to a powerbomb. He hammers away at the back. Joey says neither Paul or Lou return phone calls. C-Dub slings Cash hard to the floor. Wiles hot shots him on the railing. Back inside, C-Dub lands a stiff left, but Cash gets off a double springboard crossbody for 2. C-Dub pops up, cuts down Cash, blocks a moonsault into an overhead throw for 2. C-Dub goes to a chin lock. Cash breaks through and slugs away. C-Dub shoots Cash to the corner, gets a scoop power slam for 2. Wiles comes in, but Cash fights him off. Lou accidentally smashes Wiles with his phone. C-Dub gets 2 on a spine buster and then heads up top, but Cash stops him, gets a top rope Rana, and picks up the win in a pretty good solid match. It was a good win for Cash to kind of fight through the stacked odds. Looks good as always. C-Dub, just a proficient wrestler, just a solid worker and a good wrestling match. Matt, I went 2.5 stars. Again, this pay-per-view has been solid.
Yeah, I went 2.5 on it too. Good to see Cash get a little bit of shine here in a singles setting where he's not in a tag match or something. I gotta say, Cash's look here was a hell of a thing. The cornrows with the jeans, and holy Lord, just if the year 2000 was a person, it was on this night, because holy shit. But yeah, like that was my main takeaway, was that I'm just glad they are using Cash. They clearly know he's good because they're giving him singles pay-per-view time. So more of this, like give me more Kid Cash. CW is great too. It was a interesting styles clash. The finish was great too with the top rope Rana. So 2.5 for me, Jenny.
I mean, I agree with y'all. Thought it was really fun. The hair though.
Yeah. No.
Part of what I love about him is watching his beautiful locks fly around with him.
You think he just went to the barber and said, "Give me the ball with the ball"?
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Yeah, he screamed, "My name is Kid" when he walked in there, and
and it is. I get it's part of his deal, but it's just I like his hair.
I'm guessing whatever Kid Rock was doing at that time,
right,
is what he would then do. So, like Kid Rock probably got TRL with that look, and then he just did it.
Yeah.
Only God knows why he would pick that hair.
Well, he's got to be pretty cocky to do it.
Yeah.
Cyrus says that Cash reminds him of Jerry Lynn a little, and I liked that comparison. And I'm like, Cyrus on these shows, he takes it pretty seriously until he doesn't. It's like, I'm gonna beat up a guy to get to the commentary table, but then he's like really good when he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like, so you're still kind of on board with him, but yeah, I liked it too. 2.5 for me.
All right. Fonzie's in the back. He asks Rob Van Dam if he has the right tape on his ankle, and RVD says, "Don't worry. If I get in trouble, I got Scotty in my corner to fuck somebody up." RVD says, "I can swear it's pay-per-view, and I'm Mr. Pay-per-view." Fonzie says, "It's been 3 months since RVD was on the mat." And RVD says, "When has he ever been overconfident? He always backs it up." Scotty gets a ringside seat, and it can watch. RVD asks Scotty if he's excited, and Scotty just kind of is like, "Oh, yeah." And Fonzie, "Oh, yeah, I'm excited." So.
Yeah. Looks super enthusiastic and real.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've seen a good Fonzie rambling promo, so it was good. It was good to see that, and RVD is always great, and Scotty Anton was also there.
I'm excited, Daddy. All right, to the ring we go. We have another 3-way dance. This time in the tag division is Da Baldies taking on Nova, Chris Chetty, and I mentioned it earlier, against Danny Doring and Roadkill. DeVito and Angel head to the ring for 3-way dance. Out come Nova and Chetty, then come Doring and Roadkill. Da Baldies, Doring and Roadkill meet on the ramp to kick off a brawl. Doring throws DeVito off the ramp into the railing below. Nova flies into both guys with a wild dive. Joey talks about how this match is important as these teams are jockeying for position over the vacant tag team titles. Nova and Chetty work over Angel in the ring. Clear him out as Roadkill and Doring head back in. All four slugging away. Doring gets a bareback on Nova. Chetty takes down Roadkill with a sidekick. Chetty and Doring slug away. In come Da Baldies. They take both guys down and sling Chetty hard to the floor. They double up on Doring until Roadkill wipes him out with a springboard double clothesline. Nova hits DeVito with a swanton bomb for 2. Gets trapped by Roadkill, and Doring gets a heart attack for 2. Chetty takes out Doring with the springboard sidekick, but Roadkill takes him out with the dirt road slam. The Baldies are back. They get a double flapjack on Roadkill. They set up 2 open chairs and chokeslam Roadkill through them. Doring dumps Chetty to the floor as Nova takes out Da Baldies with a stunner DDT combo. Doring follows with a panty drop on Angel for 2. Grimes is in with a guitar, but Doring gets him with the bareback and the top rope conda. Angel breaks the guitar over Doring's head and eliminates them. Roadkill hip tosses Grimes off the ramp to the floor. As Joey says, Doring went limp for the first time since he was 13. Tough showing for Doring and Roadkill. Feels like they're slipping away quickly here with this push. Roadkill sets up a table at ringside. He puts Grimes on it and puts him through with a springboard splash. It's an absolute madman. In the ring, Da Baldies hammer on Chetty and Nova, stick him in the Tree of Woe. Nova comes back with a cutter out of the Tree of Woe, and Chetty hits DeVito with the Amityville Horror, and they nail the title wave for the win. It just hummed along. They squeezed a lot into a very short time. Got a couple of big bumps late with the Roadkill's table splash and the title wave. still, it kind of sucks to see during a roadkill sliding down without ever winning the big ones. Like they never really got that victory while they were red hot. Now, are they just pausing them while they kind of bring everyone else up, or are they kind of lost interest with them as an act? I'm not sure. The Baldies definitely feel washed. Again, I'm shocked that they're still here. I cannot believe it that they're still hanging around. Chetty and Nova now kind of feel like the hot team. Chetty's gotten better, I think, in the ring. I think he's improved just by working with Nova, so credit to him there. I really didn't enjoy them much early on, but they've definitely come around them. I've come around on them. I've always liked Nova, but Chetty really dragged it before for me. So we'll see how they reset the division. Like, they keep talking about the reset, right? The tag title's vacant. This team's job. So when do we get some motion, as to what it's going to lead to? What team's going to take that chance, Jenny? So I went 2 1/4. We'll get to the post match in a minute, but I just want to see something somewhat somewhere with these guys.
I do feel Roadkill and other guy are not being like pushed out or shoved down. I feel like it's more of a pause.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Just to kind of like situate other people, probably Nova and Chetty.
I'm really curious if they were going to win the belts from
I don't know
players before Storm left.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I think I believe that yet.
Yeah,
for them. The Baldies can fuck off. Like, just go be bald somewhere. Like, leave me alone. I'm really checked out on these guys.
I can't believe their run was this long. I thought they were going to come in for like 2 months, feud and to be gone. Like, I can't believe like 6 months or 7 months in, like they're still hanging around the show.
The Roadkill table bump was really a really fun highlight. But yeah, this ended up being just what it needed to be. I think 2 1/4 from me as well.
I actually went 2 3/4 on this because, like, I thought it was really fun for the time it got. Like, it was nonstop. They were some of the spots in it were crazy. That fucking table bump that Grimes took from Roadkill was great. So I don't know. It just clicked for me in a way that these matches usually fucking don't. Maybe I was in a good mood when I watched this or something, but I don't know. And I'm with you on the Baldies. Like, they need to kind of go away, but I thought they were actually okay here, especially Grimes. Like, we've talked ad nauseum about how Grimes is clearly the best one of the Baldies, and I thought he was good in this match with the limited time he was in it for, but I don't know. Just something about it. I think, again, that chaotic pacing just kind of worked for this. Like, I'd rather take this over like these 3 teams just trading wrestling holds in a regular match, you know. So
the chaos was fun. It was just kind of short.
Yeah, I think that honestly, I think that kind of helped it. Like, I think if it was any longer, I think it would have been worse for wear. But as is, like, I really enjoyed it. 2 3/4.
Wow, we got so many 3-way dances on this show.
Yeah,
it's become like. And it definitely gets this way in WWE, right? Going forward forever till now, even. It's just become a lazy-ish way to just get guys on the card, right? Like, all right, how do we get all these guys into Mal? Let's throw them in a 3-way dance. Throw them in a 4-way. Like, we see it today even still. How are we going to get these guys? Oh, let's do a 3-way at Mania. It's like, it's just become kind of the crutch. So it's their way to keep these guys on the show. ECW does it well because the matches have always usually been pretty great when they do them. So... but it's just their way of and to their credit, they really kind of created the concept. Like, it had been done in the past, but not really. Like, they're the ones who made it a thing. So in their world, it's just a match. Like, you'd have a regular match or a 3-way match, and like that's kind of what it's become. So, and they always do the elimination rules for theirs too. So it does eventually get to a 2-on-2 or 1-on-1 or whatever. The Baldies recover. They beat down Nova. New Jack, of course, is out with his weapons. Makes a save. He cleans house on the Baldies. He stabs DeVito with a fork. Joey calls New Jack the Ghetto Inspector Gadget as he bludgeons the Baldies all the way to the crowd, to the back of the building. New Jack loads DeVito on a table, goes up the balcony. Joey's like begging him, please.
Yes.
Please don't do
this.
Me too. But he does. He dives and smashes DeVito through the table to a pop. They are fucking nuts for running this shit back. I mean,
that is wild.
Lucky last time that Grimes did not splatter this guy's head like a fucking grape.
Yep.
Now my guess is they won't do that kind of bump again. Like, this is just New Jack jumping off. At least it's controlled. Like, it's him. He knows where he's going.
It's the safe. It's the safe balcony dive.
Well, I mean, comparatively, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I know. I know. I'm with you.
Like,
Oh my God.
it's better than two people falling off with no control.
Right? No, I agree. It's crazy.
I was gonna work a Chris Cole joke in, but I won't. So there's enough of those on. Was it Jeff Leonard? I don't remember. I've lost track. New Jack heads to the ring, celebrates with Nova and Chetty, and then smashes Angel with a guitar. Hits the 187, covers the 3. I don't know why. Like this little match.
Yeah, you got me.
It's the brain damage.
Yes, I know.
I think this gave me brain damage.
Me too.
And Joey says he's regained his crown as king of the streets. And then predicts that TNN will no longer be a network in 10 years. Like out of nowhere.
Yeah, we have lost the thread.
Which is true. They become Spike TV in 2003, but
yeah.
After they have Pop. Of course, the live crowd loved it, but I thought it was really dragged. He said the tag match kind of was short. Like I would have just done, like, given them more time.
Hopefully, this means the Baldies are dead, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, damn it.
It's just overkill, rinse, repeat. Like it's just on and like it's the same thing. And I get it. Again, I get it. All right, they want to run it for every crowd, every town to get to see it. They love it live. Do it off the air. I don't know. Like do it before the show. So, I mean, it's just the same thing over and over. I would have preferred if New Jack just gets a partner and is just in the match. You know what I mean? Just make it part of the match, or there's other shit going on. Right. Put him with balls and have Tanaka fight someone else or something, something like that if you want. So I don't know. It just felt very like we already have the match and we're gonna go through this again. Or just have it be the one spot. As part of the match, have Roadkill put Grimes to the table, and then he throws DeVito on the table, and out comes New Jack. He, all of a sudden in the balcony, he dives off the balcony and puts him through.
Oh my God.
Fucking have Roadkill do the balcony dive. What the hell?
Oh shit.
We want to protect Roadkill. New Jack is already damaged. We need to protect Roadkill at all costs. New Jack's already
I cannot think the other Doring. Okay, I could not come up with the other guys.
You
think Roadkill felt at home being Amish when the lights went out?
Probably was like, nice, finally. Joey plugs a website, and this is a crew. We got Dave Scherer, Chris Woodward, of course, from all these guys from OneWrestling.com. Scrap Dog, who I don't know, is that the same?
All the stars are here.
Scrap Dog's not Adam Pearce, right?
What the fuck is that?
That's Scrap Iron. He was Scrap Iron.
All right,
I don't know. I don't know of Scrap Dog.
No, it's not. Scrap Dog and Rats are giving live updates and results of the show. These are the guys that were basically running OneWrestling.com at the time. We would eventually split off into PW Insider, Malware Central. But One Wrestling was the spot in like 2000, 99, 2000. Like they had all like articles and recap, like in-depth recaps of every show. What's the matter?
I can't. Go ahead. I'll get it together.
Matt was too young, so he doesn't remember this. We know that.
Yes, he does.
Me and Mark Tamura were big fucking fans.
I was going to say, I didn't even remember his name, so I'm glad you said it.
Mark. No, One Wrestling was definitely like it was definitely one of the sites at the time. If you were a wrestling fan, like you had to go to One Wrestling for your news and notes. Even that dink Bob Ryder's weekly column, or whatever.
Now him I know.
All the pervert pictures were.
Yeah.
No, they weren't on One Wrestling. But
they weren't. Oh.
But Ryder, like around this time, he had really fallen off. Like he had done all the ranting about the symbol, the Undertaker symbol, and all that shit in '99.
Him, I know.
He was annoying by then. Anyway, those guys are all working for One Wrestling and ECW. Joey apologizes that it's a live broadcast. Things happen. Viewers may have noticed the awkward opening. And Joel said, with him and Joel, and he says that's because out of the corner of their eye, he noticed a bloody Tommy Dreamer staggering around and collapsing. And he got word from his earpiece that Credible had attacked him, even though cameras weren't showing it. Cyrus says Joey and the cameraman dropped the ball. TNN and CBS Viacom will not let it happen, and they will soon be the home of the World Wrestling Federation and Vince McMahon. More on that in 1 second. Joey shits on Roller Jam and Rock and Bowl, and Cyrus says this is only the more proof that the network should be in control of ECW. So, look, like there's a lot going on here. A lot of loaded comments. So, the negotiations between TNN and the WWF had begun. WWF's deal with USA was up, and for the first time, they were openly talking about moving. And this deal here kind of kicks off like the shit we go through today still with the rights fees and like who's going to, win the content. And WWF was kind of pissy with USA. Like they were tired. They were a big ratings draw now in 2000. They were tired of getting preempted for the dog show and for the US Open. Also with USA, I believe at the time, they weren't being paid for their programming. So I think USA was paying, I believe, for like the production of Raw, but they weren't like giving WWE money to air their programs. WWE would take ad revenue based on the sponsors that they could bring in, right? So when Raw went live in 97 for 2 hours in the big arenas, USA took on some of those costs to help improve the show. But they were looking, I think, to finally just get like paid for their fucking programming. TNN, which had wanted to, capture like big programming at the time, makes a big money play for WWF. We'll see it play out as we go through this, but WWF ends up winning the bid, or TNN wins the bid. WWF moves to TNN in September, leaves USA for the first time in forever. And they'd be there until 2005 when TNN becomes Spike. Spike brings down UFC. WWF leaves, goes back to USA. So this kind of starts this whole fucking downward spiral of all this shit. But this is interesting that they mention it because I'm sure like these are pretty intense negotiations between WWF and TNN. And you get these fucking jamokes out there just like shitting on it on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I'm sure Vince wasn't thrilled. Neither was TNN.
I'll tell you too, saying that Dreamer was bloodied was a weird way to cover that somebody in the truck forgot to hit a fucking button.
Yeah, I mean, because they don't even show Joey and Joel like looking.
No.
They don't say anything. It was odd. All right, to the ring we go is Steve Carino versus Tajiri. Kind of one of the most hype matches, I think, of the show. It's been really well built through all this network stuff. Carino's out with Jack Victory. Tajiri follows. Cyrus says Tajiri's an ingrate. He made him a star, but he messed with the network. Carino gets the mic and says they go way back. We don't need to fight in front of these morons and the millions on pay-per-view because they don't deserve to see it. Obviously not millions. Carino says he said it 3 times. People make mistakes. Tajiri made a big one, but he's a forgiving man. And he'll give him one last shot to get the rocks out of his Japanese head, abridged version, and come back to Carino. And if he doesn't, you slant-eyed bastard, he will kick his ass. Tajiri kicks him in the head. The bell rings. We're off and running. Cyrus asks if they can say what Carino said on air. Joey tells him to stop as Tajiri lays in strikes to Carino. We get a flurry of counters to Carino and Zaguri. Sit out powerbomb for 2. Tajiri ducks a punch, twists into a tarantula to a pop. Carino escapes and bails to the ramp. Tajiri follows and floats through a suplex, lands a hard kick, sticks Carino on the ramp with a brainbuster in a pretty nasty spot. Tajiri kicks an out bloody Carino off the ramp to the floor, heads back inside. Carino returns and Tajiri bites at his cut and stomps away and hangs Carino on the tree of woke, drills him with a baseball slide as blood is pouring from his head. Tajiri jams a chair into Carino's gut, smears the blood across his chest, kicks him in the head again. Tajiri hangs him in the tree of woe again, but Victory hooks his leg, and Carino escapes and hits a super kick. Tajiri kicks the chair into Carino's face, and then drop kicked it into him a second time. As Cyrus says, it wasn't for the network. Tajiri be doing thumbtack matches back in Big Japan. Carino crawls to the ramp, soaked in blood. Tajiri sets up a table, lays Carino across the end, and drop kicks it to his throat. Victory checks on Carino, but Tajiri flies into both of them with a springboard clothesline. Tajiri charges, but Carino backdrops him into the ring through a table, crawls in for a 2 count. Carino is just coated in blood, tells the fans to suck his dick as he snaps off a perfect Northern Light suplex for 2 count. Joey is worried for Carino's blood loss, the wound size, as he sets up another table, nails Tajiri with a drop kick. Carino ducks a clothesline, gets an abdominal stretch. Tajiri twists into an octopus. Victory comes in to help, but Tajiri spews mist in his face. He falls right out. Tajiri releases the hold, but runs into a power slam near fall. Carino walks into a head kick. Tajiri follows through with a wild flurry of strikes. The crowd is losing their shit. Carino is slumped across the end of the table, and Tajiri just buries a kick into his head, lays him across the table, goes up top, and comes through Carino with a double stomp for the win and a pop. This is a really fun bloodbath brawl, some vicious offense, one of the nastiest blade jobs you'll ever see. I mean, Carino is drenched and bleeding out at an alarming rate. Tajiri looked fairly dominant. It's a pretty nice, clean, hard win for him. We'll see if he moves towards something else now. Carino is a warrior. Like, this is a great kind of star maker performance for him. Like, he's already been really good. But, he, again, like Simon, he may have a problem where you think he's a comedy guy. But then he comes out here and does this and just bleeds out across the ring. So nasty match, Matt, with 3 3/4. It's really good stuff, and it paid off. Like this has been a feud worthy of a bloodbath like this. So it was cool to see them go through with that and really kind of ball out. We'll get to the post match in a moment. But what'd you think of the match, Matt?
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Star-making performance for Carino is exactly how I worded it in my notes. And I mean, I know we already had the Dusty stuff, but to me, like, this was way better than that. Like, Dusty had the cachet, but, like, as far as a match, this was it for me. I went 4 on this. Like, they just beat the hell out of each other. Carino's a fucking mess. Like, I was shocked that Tajiri just kills him and then fucking pins him. Like, I didn't see that coming. I thought Carino for sure was going to win this match. So, but again, we've talked about it before. Carino's bulletproof at this point. He can fucking lose to anybody and bounce back from it. So good on them for giving Tajiri the win, realizing that he kind of needed it. But holy shit, just the baseball slide to the throat with the fucking table.
Oh my God.
Just gross.
That was nasty.
Even like the interference stuff, I thought was really well done with Jack Victory. That was really good too. And Tajiri just fucking blowing the mist in his face was a great spot. So yeah, just a complete star-making performance for Carino, and Tajiri doing what Tajiri does every fucking time he goes out there and stealing the show. So 4 stars from me.
He essentially squashes them.
Yeah,
it's like,
pretty much, right?
This is a murder.
Yeah, it is
yeah.
a massacre. Highly entertaining. Starting with that brain buster on the ramp, that was fucking sick. And then he just starts bleeding buckets. Sweetest spot I've ever seen. Kick to the head, blood splatters all over the fucking camera. I was like, oh my God, that was amazing. I don't know that I've ever seen that really. It was just wild. The green mist was perfectly timed. It looked so awesome. Double stomp on the table, just sick. He just beat his ass, and Carino he just takes it. He's so good. So I'm at 4 stars for this too. I loved how depraved Tajiri is, and he just really delivers every time.
And he deserved that win. So I'm glad they didn't like
awesome.
the way they were building. It felt like Carino was going to win in the end. Like Tajiri was going to murder him for like 10 minutes, and then the network Rhino comes out and hits Tajiri, and Carino. Like, it felt like that's where it was going, and Carino would get like the unconscious bloody win or whatever. But Tajiri needed it, so I'm glad they just gave it to him.
Shit, I was just going to say something else too. Go ahead.
All right, I'll hit the post match. If it comes to you, let me know.
Okay.
Connemara shows up, attacks Tajiri after the bell, but Dusty Rhodes is still around.
What?
He runs off Victory and Connemara to a pop. Rhino's in. He beats on Dusty, knocks him out to the floor, but as the network beat on Tajiri, enter Sandman, comes on. Everyone clears out except for Rhino. We follow Sandman through the balcony to the ring, and that's going to lead to our next match. But any quick thoughts on Dusty still hanging around here? Another guy like Da Baldies that I thought was only here for a few weeks. So he still just kind of pops in and out as he wants.
A true surprise. Honestly, I was definitely not expecting that, but I love it. It's a great callback to his feud with Carino, and fucking who doesn't love to see Dusty amble his ass out there?
Just when you think you're done with me, baby, I show back up.
He's the fucking best. And I love how this one kind of rolls into the next match.
Yeah. Classic ECW.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I completely thought we were done with Dusty by now.
Oh, yeah.
So I was shocked when he popped back up. Yeah. So.
All right. We have Sandman versus Rhino. A very long Sandman entrance.
Yes.
Parties of the fans. Takes a swipe at Rhino with the cane after intros. Rhino drills him first, stomps and clubs away. Sandman comes back with a kick, some punches, slings Rhino to the floor, follows out and shoots Rhino to the fans. Sandman hangs Rhino on the railing, hits a guillotine leg drop, and tosses some plunder in the ring while beating on the champion or ringside. Cyrus asks if the alcohol allows him to take more or less punishment. Sandman shoots Rhino to the railing. Rhino comes clobbering back, sets up a chair, charges and leaps off the chair. But Sandman dips out. Rhino gores a table that was leaning on the ropes. Back of the ring, Sandman piledrives Rhino on the broken table for 2. Does it again. As Victory heads to ringside, but Laurie Fullington is here and canes him. Carino's down as well. Drags Laurie away, but Sandman scampers to save her. Rhino follows out, pile drives Sandman on the ramp. Laurie steps up and slaps Rhino. So Rhino drags her back to the ring, pile drives her off the edge of the apron to a table as the crowd is losing their shit. She's just nuts, like just completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Carino and Victory set up a table in the corner as Rhino shoves Lori back in the ring. Victory and Carino drag Lori to the table and hold her up. Sandman comes in and make the save with his cane. Sandman scoops up Lori, but Rhino charges and gores them both through the table and
Sir.
picks up the win. Rhino grabs the table and says, "Happy Mother's Day, you fucking bitch." Just what a guy. This was quick and to the point. It was violent. It was aggressive. Lori's a maniac.
Yes.
Sandman did what he could to save her, but it cost him the match and the title, and both got fucked up anyway. Just a classic Sandman brawl with a few big Rhino spots. But it's all it needed to be. Like, we didn't need more than that. We just had a bloodbath. We got like a big wrestling match coming up. We got a world title. Like, this had to be a vintage, bar brawl with Sandman with the big spot at the end. So that was fine. The finish was right. Rhino needed to win this, not Sandman. So Jenny went 2 3/4 on this. Just a perfectly acceptable pay-per-view Sandman fight.
I mean, buddy, as soon as I saw Lori run out, I was like, oh my fucking God.
I'm gonna die.
We've talked about doing our list at the end of this podcast. I think she just jumped up like 10 spots. For me. And we haven't given her enough credit for what she does. Like, we talk about how she gets crushed all the time, but this is twice in this match. She makes this entire match. It's fucking incredible. And I was just like fucking freaking out, honestly. This was awesome. And
the show is one bump should be enough. And then they give her another one.
Oh my God.
Second one.
It was so good. It was so good. And this show is just suddenly peaked for me, like the previous, because we've been like, yeah, I liked it, 2.5. I liked it, blah, blah. And then we had 4 stars. And then this is amazing. So this is just like really ramping up overall the show for me. Because I was like, please let this get better. But I'm at 3 stars on this one.
Yeah, like JT said, this is exactly what it should have been. I went 2 3/4 on it. Much like you said, Lori's moving up the rankings. Fucking Rhino is moving up way up my rankings because he's just every fucking time he goes out there, he's incredible. Just the way he just moves around, and I've said it before, he's like a fucking ball of hate in a human being. It's just my God. And props to Lori for taking that. Both sick bumps, but especially that pile driver. Jesus fucking God. Christ, what are you doing? You don't have to do that, ma'am.
No reason. Just take a little Rhino gore.
Fucking hell.
Maybe a cane shot.
Intense.
And on Mother's Day, no less. Fucking Christ.
When I was cooked. Happy fucking Mother's Day, you bitch. Okay, I'm good.
That was the cherry on top.
Holy shit.
So, but yeah, exactly what it should have been. Like, I'm going to say it's kind of perfect booking for this, even though I went 2 3/4 on it. But yeah, just exactly what it should have been. Rhino continues to be just the fucking man in this company right now.
Joey narrates a scroll of Elektra's thirst traps on the website. At the same time, he's saying he's worried about Lori.
I know, that was very funny.
That was hysterical.
Like, I'm so worried as it's just scrolling of like her crotch and.
I'm glad they did it exactly when they did it. It was fucking hysterical.
God,
check out these tits. By the way, this other woman may be dead.
Here lies Lori. Here's an ass.
So worried about Lori.
Well, and Cyrus is like, why does she come to the ring and get involved? And Joey says she's a devoted wife, but it cost her. So interesting there. Back to the ring we go for another highly anticipated matchup, and that is Jerry Lynn taking on Rob Van Dam. Lynn heads to the ring for our second main event. Pretty surprising they're not closing the show with this, honestly. I thought this.
Yeah.
You look at who's in the world title match.
Yep.
I thought for sure this would be like the end of the show. So it also made me wonder if they're taking the opportunity, and this is odd in a way, to use RVD's injury to throttle him back a little bit because he had become such a dominant person in the company. We talked about it endlessly, right? The TV belt was bigger than the world title. He was like the top guy in the main event. It feels a little bit like they've downshifted on him,
right?
And they've used this chance. They'll be like, okay, we're gonna like build you back. Like, I'm sure they're gonna get there, but like
that's smart. I mean, I think that
they didn't just have him come right back and like fight credible for the world title or be the main event. It's like, okay, you're just like mid card RVD again right now, or up in whatever, So, yeah, surprising. Joey talks about Lynn's issues surrounding his treatment by the company during his time off. RVD's out to a big pop. He's got Fonzie. He's got Scotty. Cyrus brags about stripping RVD's belt to prove he had real power in ECW. Joey says RVD has still not been defeated in 26 months. In retrospect, being taken off TNN would not have been that bad since the network sucks anyway, so maybe he should have kept the belt. We get our intros as Cyrus says, it must be great being RVD's buddy. You get to carry him on your shoulders, pick up his groceries, and lug around his bags. So that part about carrying him on his shoulders was funny. RVD and Scotty hug. We get the bell. We ease in with some chain work. Joey reminds us these guys fought a year ago at Hardcore Heaven 99. And Lynn got rushed to the hospital after the match with a cracked skull. We get another hectic flurry of counters, reversals, reset, applause with a fun start. RVD starts to gloat. Lynn drop kicks him in the back, flips RVD to the floor, knocks him outside with a springboard drop kick. Lynn meets him with a somersault plancha, but RVD is able to shoot him into the railing, crotch him on it, and knock him into the fans with a side kick. RVD lays Lynn on the railing, hits a corkscrew guillotine leg drop to a chair. Fonzie held over Lynn's head. RVD tries to springboard moonsault, but Lynn dodges. He crashes to the floor. Back inside, Lynn covers for 2. He hits a gourd buster and a leg drop off the middle rope for a near fall. Lynn sticks a swinging DDT for 2, tries another. RVD blocks it to a double clothesline. Cyrus talks about both guys know each other too well. Fonzie slides a chair into RVD, but Lynn catches it on the Van Dam-nator, throws it into RVD's face. Lynn swipes at Fonzie, dodges a leg sweep, leg drop. RVD into the chair for 2 as Joey mocks TNN, airing Alice reruns, which I'm guessing was real because I don't think you would have said it if not. All the shows, Alice. RVD comes back with a spin heel kick for 2, drops a leg, gets a rolling thunder to the chair for near fall. RVD gets an atomic drop, skateboards the chair into Lynn into the corner for 2. After a couple of counters, Lynn's able to powerbomb out of the corner onto the chair for 2. Lynn puts RVD up top, follows with a huge superplex for a close 2 count. Lynn drags RVD to the apron, heads to the middle rope, but RVD blocks a tornado DDT, swings back in the ring. Lynn blocks a suplex, crotches RVD on the top rope, and bulldogs RVD through a ringside table. Scotty cleans the table out, checks on RVD, but RVD dodges a rolling shoulder block off the apron, and Scotty takes the hit from Lynn. Lynn's back is sliced open from the table as he pulls RVD back in the ring, slams him, and heads up top. Fonzie shoves him off and crotches him to booze. RVD pelts him with a super Van Dam-nator. RVD grabs another chair, puts it on Lynn, and goes up top, and it's a 5-star as Cyrus leaves the booth. Carino and Victory are in the ring. They beat down RVD, but Lynn makes the save. They clean house on the network. Rhino Zandy gores Lynn and powerbombs RVD as Cyrus stands on the ramp, cheers him on. RVD rallies and lands a spin kick and a top rope side kick. Cyrus gets in the ring, but Fonzie tosses a chair, and Cyrus eats a Van Dam-nator to a big pop. Good payoff there for Cyrus to take the bump. Lynn is back up. RVD throws the chair, but he ducks, and Fonzie catches it, and Lynn hits him with the Van Dam-nator. Lynn picks up the chair. RVD hits a Van Dam-nator on him. He goes up top, but Scotty, of course, shoves RVD off the top to the floor into a cameraman. He throws RVD in the ring. Lynn hits a cradle pile driver for a close near fall. Lynn then hits a second one on a chair and gives RVD his first loss in 26 months and finally gets the win he was obsessed about getting over Van Dam over the last year. So this is very good. I thought it was a couple of their best stuff. Not their fault that they had such a high bar. I'd put this on par with their TV work that we saw, like the TNN match.
Yep.
And if it goes to Hardcore TV, wherever else they fought. RVD clearly was working off the rust.
Yes.
And I thought the network stuff kind of killed the flow at the end. Like, could have done without that. The Anton turn was as super fucking obvious as it gets. Like, they did not hide it in any way that he was fucking turning on him. Anton's attitude, going way over the top with everything. I thought they executed it fine. Like, that was okay, but it was just super obvious where it was going. There was no surprise at all. We do get some ambiguity with Lynn's intentions. And we'll see what happens. Like, I guess we're getting RVD Anton, which I'm okay with in a way because it gives RVD a side quest to keep him from Rhino right now, because you can't beat Rhino just yet. You can't have RVD lose to Rhino, probably. Maybe. Right. Maybe you couldn't after this. But so letting him work the rust off for a bit and have a feud with his buddy on the side for a couple months, like maybe not the worst thing in the world, I guess. Again, you have Lynn with some questions. Does he know? Is he with the network? Is he not with the network? It was hard hitting and well done. They just never get that flow going to go up. So Matt, I went 3 3/4, which again puts it on par, I think, with like TNN and that stuff, below their best shit on pay-per-view. But it'd be hard to expect them to match that with RVD having been out for 3.5 months. Network shit in there. Like, it was never going to be that, probably. So I think when you factor in where they've been and what they're doing, they probably hit their best potential, I think, in this spot. So still a great pay-per-view match. Just those are the reasons why I didn't have it as high as usual.
Yeah, it's weird to say that a fucking 3.5 star match is disappointing, but that's what I went on it. But they've set the bar so high. Like a year earlier, their match was like 4.5 or close to 5 stars, and I just think it's a case of, like you said, RVD coming off the injury, the bar being set so high. Like it's hard to have any wrestler, never mind these two guys, go out there and have a 5-star match every fucking time. And to your point, I do think the ending dragged it down. Like when the wrestlers were left to wrestle, they were great, and it was really good stuff. But I think the storyline stuff dragged it down. And I think it's funny you mentioned earlier about maybe RVD being held back. I think RVD losing here kind of tells me he's not winning the world title anytime soon, because now you have the Scotty Anton stuff. You still have to blow off the Rhino feud, so you're talking months of TV before he's even sniffing the world title at this point. Or would be my guess.
There's a circuitous route to get there,
right? Or
with Rhino being elevated as well,
right?
So when you get to that,
yeah.
But to RVD, the TV title, well, he wanted the world title anyway, so yeah, there's a path there to do it in a different way.
Oh, they could do it, but I
agree with you. This seems like a conscious, like,
yeah.
We're gonna throttle him back.
It's by design, I think, 100%.
And I went 4.25 at last year's pay-per-view. You went 4.5, Matt. Jenny, you were with me.
Yeah.
4.25. That was at Hardcore Heaven. They fought on 9/10, which I think is TNN. I went 3 3/4. You guys are both 3.5. They fought again on the 17th. I went 4.25. You both went 4. I don't know if they fought again after that or not, but anyway,
yes. So it might be their weakest match, honestly, which again at 3.5 is still fucking crazy. But it's still a very good match. But also, boy, I don't fucking care about Scotty Riggs like one bit. I don't. Even if it's a side thing with RVD, like fine. But man, I don't fucking care about Scotty Riggs one goddamn bit. So I'm not looking forward to that. But this was good. 3.5, Jenny.
I might like to see him beat up Scotty, so
yeah,
I might be there for that. As much as it is about RVD, it is also about Jerry Lynn, who deserves this win and earned this win, and has been doing really good character stuff too. Like he's been killing it. He's been killing it. So
does it hurt you though that he didn't win it on his own? Like after all this, he finally gets to win, but the network, like Scotty, played a role.
It doesn't really bug me that much, honestly, because I know he's not a network dude. Like, what was he gonna do? Not do it? And
I think they cover a little bit because he gets RVD and I like when they do this. RVD kicks out of the first move after Scotty's interference, and then Lynn finishes him off. Which I always like when they do that with interference matches.
Me too.
This survives the interference, but it weakens him enough, and then you finish him on your own. So I'm glad he didn't just pin him after Scotty pushed him off the fucking ropes or whatever.
Me too.
Right.
I enjoyed Cyrus taking the bump that he did. That was very good. I'm not going to say I was surprised. I was pretty much pulling for Jerry Lynn on this one. And it makes sense to me to make RVD kind of not win everything for a little minute since he, destroyed his leg.
Right.
Well, again, it's another chance not only to ramp him down, it's a chance to actually have him lose because you couldn't run TV champion until you were ready to end that run, right? Now it's like, okay, he's just kind of another guy, and all right, Lynn can finally get this fucking win over him, whatever.
If ever there was a time to do it, now's the time.
So I ended up at 3 3/4 on it as well.
All right. Main event time. We don't really have anything in between. We go right to it, and that is Justin Credible and Lance Storm. Credible and Fran are down. First main event for Credible is the top dog. Credible says, we were scheduled for 3-way dance tonight, but he has unfinished business with his former partner. If anyone besides Lance Storm comes through the curtain, I will take the belt and throw it in the trash like I did the tag titles. Before he can finish, Tommy Dreamer's music hits. He comes out to a pop. Officials and Paul come out, and they stop Tommy. Credible threatens to throw it on the belt. He begs Paul to let him go. Storm comes down with Dawn. He stares at Tommy. Paul yells at Tommy that Credible has him by the fucking balls. We have to start and have no choice, so Tommy has to leave. So listen, this to me is like the stupid TNN shit all over again. Like,
Yep.
we'll pull the plug.
Mhm.
Like, this is a bit dramatic. Like, why do we give a fuck what Credible does with the belt? Okay, throws it in the trash. It doesn't mean anything. Like, okay, forfeits and walks away. Who cares? Like, I don't know. It felt like Paul's been neutered a bit and all this. Like ECW looks like pussies a lot of the time with this shit.
Yeah.
Like, they caved already at the TV belt, and Joey admitted they shouldn't have because TNN sucks. And like now it's like, oh, he's got me by the balls. Like, what he should have said is like, I just got off the phone with Scott and Kev, and I don't know who was even fucking in charge, Russo or Bischoff. I don't know if they were both still there or not, but like Bischoff told me I can be on Nitro tomorrow with your belt. Now that's at least something, right? Like, because there's a history of that. Mike Awesome just did it.
Right.
And so instead of saying I'll throw the belt down, like at least add some stakes that are realistic. Like, that's a realistic thing. Like, I'll be on Nitro tomorrow with my Click boys, with Mike Awesome, and I'll be the second straight ECW champion to fucking, show up on Nitro, and this time I'll take the belt with me. That's getting you by the balls. Just be like, I'm just going to throw the title down. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So again, minor tweak. Or we were told earlier that Tommy was bloody. Just say they beat the shit out of Tommy and he's not in the match. Like, that's another easy way out.
Yep.
Instead, Tommy shakes Storm's hand and walks away arguing with Paul. It's like, it just made them look like fucking idiots. Like,
I hated it.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy's gonna bomb. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like they're buying into a stupid shtick.
Yeah.
There was better ways around it, especially since the WCW thing was right there on the plate for them. Like,
right.
It just happened. Mike Awesome literally just fucking left as champion to go to WCW. Just have Credible say, and he's got best friends that we know in the company. So I just got off the phone with Kevin Nash. He said I could be there tomorrow. Like, he's got a contract waiting for me, and I'm bringing the belt.
Yeah, like I don't know what doing this accomplishes the way it was. Like, it makes no fucking sense. You fucking run the company, Paul. Let him throw the belt down. Bye, Felicia. You're gone. Like, who fucking cares? Like, it's just weird.
Nobody likes Credible enough for him to be able to pull this shit off.
Right.
He's
not important enough to be this annoying.
No. And plus, he already just did it. So that took any kind of, coolness it might have had. Because you literally just did this.
Yeah.
We don't care.
So after the intro, Storm takes down Credible, hammers away. The champ bails out. Storm keeps drilling him anytime he gets back in. Credible finally wedges in the ring, but Storm grazes him with a drop kick, knocks him to the floor, tries a pescado. Credible canes him on the way down. Credible chops away on the floor, but Storm lays right back in on him, shoves him to the railing. Credible reverses a whip, throws Storm into the railing, and shoves him back inside. Credible sets up a table on the ramp, but now Bloody Storm comes in and chucks him into the ring. Chops away, runs into a boot on a charge. Credible kicks away in the corner, hits a sit-out powerbomb for 2. The crowd calls for Tommy as Credible goes to a chinlock. Storm breaks free. We get more chops, but Credible takes him down with a chinlock again. Dawn tries to rally Storm. Storm's back with a Rana. Joey puts over Tommy being selfish yet again for ECW to avoid PR disaster and protect the title lineage. What lineage? The lineage just got broken. Like, it just got fucked up a minute ago.
Yeah.
Storm runs through some offense, gets 2 on a drop kick. Credible recovers and loads. That's incredible. It's like they rely too much on the fans, and they do, so it's fine. But they rely so much on the fans caring about ECW that leads to stuff like this. Like, they just like, well, ECW fans care about the title, so this works. Like, it, they put a lot of stock in they put a lot of pressure on the fans to be part of the act. I guess what I'm trying to say. Like, like that's basically what you're doing here, right? Credible ducks a lariat and sticks a super kick for 2, sets up a chair, throws Storm into the seat for 2, goes up top, gets a high cross body. Storm rolls through for near fall. Storm hip tosses Credible over the top through a table on the ramp, gets 2 on it, goes to a single leg crab. Francine breaks it up with her shoe. Dawn is in. We get a cat fight, but Credible yanks Dawn off and gets a That's Incredible on her. And she looks like in rough shape after she takes that fucking pile driver. Right? She is hurting. Storm canes Credible, hits a pile driver for 2. Storm loads That's Incredible. Credible rolls through, hits his own for 2. Dawn gets carried to the back. The former partners trade punches. Credible gets 2 on a swinging DDT. The crowd is out of this. Like, they have completely faded. Credible gets 2 on a slingshot, but Storm pushes him off the top. Storm goes up top. Credible crotches them, drags him to That's Incredible off the top, and gets the win. We get a very muted celebration. Francine seems more into the belt than Credible does. Tommy comes down, canes Credible, stalks Fran. Fran talks him down and hugs him. She puts the belt at his feet. They hug again, but this time Tommy plants her with a Spicoli driver and stands tall. So this is all right, just not enough to carry the water on the pay-per-view. Credible's limited in the ring, and there's no heat because these guys were just like asshole heels for a year.
Yep.
And like there wasn't much of a turn for Storm. It's just like it just happened like a week ago, and they continue to get fucked by major things screwing them like weeks before the show. Like so Awesome leaving, and they get, you know, again, look where we were in March. We were building toward RVD versus Sabu versus Mike Awesome.
Yeah.
Or at least RVD versus Awesome. And now we're here with Credible and Storm fighting in, you know, just a flat match. There's no heat. The crowd was checked out. And honestly, I'd have to look back at all the pay-per-views. Like this might have been the flattest main event we've had. And we had that weird couple of
100%.
like Cobra versus Taz or whatever the fuck. Like we had some weird ones.
Yeah.
But this felt very flat. And then we get the bait and switch with Tommy. Just have Tommy in the fucking match. What did it matter?
Yep.
Just have Tommy in the match. He's been beat 3 million times from Sunday. Just have Credible hit him with the fucking cane or Rhino or whoever the hell else. At least the crowd would have someone to latch onto, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You get the nonsense from Paul. So the crowd is like out right away. And you're waiting for Tommy to come into the match at some point. That's the thing too. Yep. But he never does. Like he never shows up. The match itself was proficient, but the finish was so flat, you know, and it just doesn't work to save it. Credible does get a notch on his resume. And it's weird. Like Storm was so protected for like 2 years. I mean, he never lost. Like he was one of those, he was like on the Rhino, you know, RVD almost level where he never took the pin. Like in their tag matches, Credible was always taking the pins. Like Storm never lost. With Candido would take the pins. Like Storm was so protected. But you could tell he's cooked. Like he's gone. Like, he's on his way out.
Yep.
We needed an injection, a hot injection of excitement into the top end of the promotion. Like this newest wave of change has left us at a real crossroads. So what do we want to be? And it just sucks to feel like they punted a pay-per-view. Like how many pay-per-views can you punt? It's like every time something happens, they're punting the show.
Yep.
And they bounce back yet again, you know, figure it out. You got some guys, but we just talked about, you know, de-escalating RVD. Maybe that was a miss, right? Like maybe RVD is the guy right now you need. Like I'm looking at this and thinking, fuck everything else. I would have had RVD kick the shit out of Credible and just take the fucking belt here. Like, and then be your guy, you know, just do it and get it over with, because I get that they want to strap up Credible and try and build him, and he's okay, but this wasn't it. So, and again, it makes me wonder, why not end the show with RVD and Lynn? And I guess maybe they didn't want Lynn standing tall or RVD getting punked at the end of the show, but whatever. Like just Lynn's a face. You can end with him getting his big win. I feel like if this is not the main event, it's at least like not as glaring and the crowd is still excited. You know, maybe put this after the bloodbath, you know what I mean? And go there. And then go into Sandman off of this. Like have Tommy come out, Rhino comes out and gores them, Sandman makes a save, whatever it is, you know, and then you go right into that instead of the Carino match. So Jenny went 3 stars. Again, I think it's fine, but it felt to be like a good TNN title defense, you know, like not carrying your first pay-per-view as world champion level.
I mean, good is a strong word.
The last thing I'll say is like they put themselves in this position by presenting their titles as the workers' titles in wrestling. Like, so I don't want to be told that a 3-star match, oh, it's still good. Not every match. Like they have built up their name on being the company where the titles matter and the matches are awesome. So like we spent a while with the world title being Taz killing guys, Mike Awesome in chair fights, and now, you know, middling matches are credible. So it's like, and you don't have RVD carrying the water of the TV's belt anymore to carry your shows. Right.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he won the title, I was like, this is going to be trash. Like, his whole run was all of it. I never liked him. You know, I just don't think he's that good. He doesn't deserve the title. I mean, he never has. Anyway, just because even with Lance Storm, somebody he should have tremendous amounts of chemistry with.
Yep.
There should be some natural stuff there because of their past tag team history, blah, blah, blah.
He killed it, though, because they've both been heels. They've both been, like, Storm, there's no reason for the crowd to get behind Storm.
Right.
Totally. 100%.
I definitely was waiting for Tommy most of the match. And I thought I was going crazy because I was like just bored out of my mind. Like, this is so mid. And then the crowd just goes silent as hell.
Oh yeah,
And I was like, did I do that? I killed the crowd.
Milwaukee's been pretty hot, you know?
It was, yeah, because they've been hot all night.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. They should be embarrassed that they killed such a hot crowd. Like, no, it was stupid. Yeah, to the point where I thought, is something happening off screen that I'm not seeing? That they're not, their attention is diverted to something else. No, it's just the match really sucked.
Oh, I think they're sitting there thinking, man, we finally got a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And this is it. Like,
Yep.
I think they could, and I think they could have easily solved it by just having Dreamer in the fucking match. Like,
100%.
It would have been easy. Like, and at least the crowd would have been into it.
Yep.
So I just said blah in my notes and 2.5 stars.
Yeah, I mean, I went 2.5 too. I didn't have super high expectations for this. I was hoping it would be on par with like that credible whipwreck match we had on TV a couple weeks ago, like 3 3.25, something like that. But this didn't even hit that. Like, just completely fucking heatless. Like, the most dead I think I have ever heard an ECW crowd was near the end of this match, where they're both passed out and just, you could hear like a mouse take a piss in that fucking building. Like, it was just dead. It was unbelievable. Just great way to kill a crowd by pulling Tommy Dreamer out of this match. And like, if Dreamer, right, for no reason, like if Dreamer is hurt, that's one thing. But if they're doing it for like a storyline reason, it makes no fucking sense.
Especially when the storyline's stupid.
Right, when the storyline's fucking dumb to begin with, too.
It was a stupid storyline to say Credible's going to throw the belt down. Like, that was stupid. Yeah. So, at least if it's a hot beatdown, maybe you're excited for him to come back. Right. You know what I mean? Like, have the network just bloody him on the ramp or whatever and take him out of the match.
Like, the
Tommy works with a broken back every day.
Right. Like, the best spot of this entire thing was Francine taking the fucking Spicoli driver. Like,
holy shit balls.
You know? But that was the best spot of this entire
thing. Where the fuck is Raven on this show? Like,
man, that's another great
Raven? Like, put him in the fucking match.
Make it a 4-way. Like, it's just, this was a fucking whiff like you read about. And I'll tell you, you brought it up. Like, it's a bold choice to keep running with Credible, and I know it's only been like a month, when you have one of the most popular guys in wrestling in 2000 and RVD just sitting right there.
You think they would have, I've come around now since earlier when we said it was okay to deep, like, you think they would have learned their lesson, that they didn't push him when they had the chance, he got hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I go right into it. Just go right into it. Just have him kill Credible here and become world champion. And just run with him.
Especially after this main event. You'd have to, like, anybody with a brain would look at this main event and say, we got fucking RVD sitting right there. What are we doing? You know?
Or at least they don't even close to this. Like, again,
yeah.
It's not like they always close to the world title. Like, they've done it a lot of times, or they have not. So,
yeah.
This is it for Storm. He'll be on Nitro on June 19th. So he takes a month off. He's there when the company closes, then goes to WWF, obviously, for a while. So. And it was his time. Like, I don't think that's like a major. I think he had maxed out. Like,
yeah,
you know, he'd done a lot. He'd been around since what, 96, 97, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
So I think he's had his time. Like, it was time for him to cash out and go. I don't think they had much left. So, all right, let's get to our awards. Match of the night. I ended up going to Jerry Carino.
Same.
I believe so, yeah.
Worst match, I went with the Nova Chetty Doring. I mean, it was only because it was short. I didn't mind the match. But, I mean, I was 3 on this, but you could argue, and maybe you guys will, that because of what this meant and what it should have been, like, that this was a brain fart of a match. And I also wonder, too, like, we've talked about this with other guys like Foley and a couple others, like, did Storm throttle down a little bit? Knowing he's getting a big payday on WCW, like, I'm not gonna go out there and fucking kill myself.
Yeah,
I don't know if Credible had it in him anyway, like, so it might not have mattered. But like,
yeah,
it might have been a little bit of that in there. Like, Storm's like, listen, I'm getting paid. I'm not, you know, throwing my fucking blowing my knee out. He's kind of a safe worker anyway.
I would watch Nova and Chetty over that main event again. So
yeah, main event for me, just a complete fucking wet fart.
I'd argue you could have even opened the show with that, which they've done a million times before.
Yeah.
Like have Dreamer get bloodied in the fucking upstairs. They're all scattered all over the place. Incredible's like, I want my title match now, or I'm walking. Storm comes out. They have their match. Incredible beats him. Dreamer comes out. They do the whole thing, get it over with while the crowd's up. And then you close with RVD Lynn. Like that would have worked perfectly fine too. And they do that a lot with guys that are leaving. You know, like Storm's on his way out, just open up, get him out, and move on. Best moment, I went with Carino's blade job, which was awesome.
Oh, that I don't. Yeah, I mean the balcony or Lori's.
Yeah,
I gotta
Lori's
go Lori.
Yeah, I gotta go with Lori getting just dying for our sins in that fucking match.
Carino was great, but
that blade job was like an 11 on the Muda scale. Most 2000s, Mark Chimura, even though he retired in 99.
Kid Cash.
And WWF TNN, Kid Cash, OneWrestling.com, The Rat.
Pervert Pictures. No, that's still a thing.
What was his name? Scrap Metal or whatever?
Scrap Dog.
Scrap Dog, excuse me.
The Rat, Woodward, and Bernstein. No, sure. Stock Rising, I went Cyrus, Whipwreck, FBI, Chetty, Nova, Tajiri, Carino, Rhino, Lynn. Who's who?
What? Yeah.
Basically everybody but who the two guys in the fucking main event.
Buddy Punk. Stock Falling by Buddy Esteban. No, Tanaka's green. The electricity bill payment. Sal's face is falling apart from all the fire.
Yes.
Carino's platelet count is definitely down. Lori's body is falling apart.
Yes.
TNN is taking a shit kicking. Heyman's dramatics with taking these fucking villains at their word. Cyrus, TNN, credible. Storm is falling. Just like, you know, he's like
it's a wash, really.
He's like the Smurfs dealing with Gargamel right now.
You know, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Right. I bet you haven't thought about Gargamel in a while.
I haven't thought about the Smurfs since I was fucking 8. What year?
No, that's not true. Because we used to listen to the German Smurfs when Brock was on. So we used to.
Right.
Oh, right. Excuse me. How dare I forget that?
I don't want to hear that at all.
You're not gonna play it, are you?
Cowboy Joe. No, I don't think I have it on hand actually. So sadly, Cowboy was it Cotton Eye Joe? No, I can see if I have it. No, I don't. Sorry. Maybe I'll close with it on the show. I had it. So a lot of people fall in 6.5 out of 10 for me, which I don't know, feels high in retrospect, but Lynn RVD was great. Carino Tajiri was great.
Yeah.
I really like Sandman Rhino, even though he's 2 3/4. Like that was really fun. The Cyrus stuff, like at the beginning of the show, was good. Balls and Tanaka. So there was a lot of good on the show. Like I don't want to completely disparage it. I just think the main event booking was not good in any way, and they got to figure shit out with the tag division as well. So that definitely dragged it down. So if I had a venture, 6.5 seems high, but I would think if you look at all our pay-per-view grades, it's probably on the lower end. I would assume.
Yeah, I debated the 7, but yeah, the main event really pissed me off. So I'm gonna do the 6.5 as well.
Yeah, it's a tough one because like there is a stretch on this show that's really fucking good, but that main event is such a dog. It's just like so. I ended up going 6.5 on it too, but like,
and it's more too like I could get if it was just like a bad match, just a bad main event on and off, but like it's what it symbolizes for the future of the top stuff. Like
it's just everything surrounding.
You know, if it was a great champion, just having a bad like if it was a Taz match.
Right.
Or a Douglas match. It's like, okay, like it just didn't hit tonight. Like Douglas Bigelow. Like I was trying to think of one that like we didn't love. Like that was that November, remember? Like it was okay.
Yeah.
Remember? Or was it even the one where they did the 6-man? It was like the triple threat versus like RVD, Sabu. Like that was good, but it was like a throwaway. But this is like you're a month into this guy is the dude you're like crowning is your next guy.
Yep.
And this just sucked. And it's like you said, Johnny, like a guy you should have some chemistry or storyline with. And part of it again is timing. Like they didn't have a lot of time to get Storm over as a face, and he's leaving. So you have to do the match. I get it. Right. You have to do it. And you can't do lose or leaves town because it's super obvious that Storm's leaving.
Right.
So the only thing I could say is like the shit you did to Dawn here, do to Dawn on TV
Mhm.
in the arena. Have Credible maul her, and at least maybe they get storm over a little bit with some heat. But
Right. The main event is a perfect snapshot of how much of a mess the world title division has been since RVD broke his leg.
yeah. I mean, honestly, since Awesome Spike,
Awesome. Yeah.
guilty as charged. Like I feel like the world title,
It's been down.
Because even the end of Awesome's run was kind of
yeah, right.
we were kind of done by that point. Remember?
Yeah.
So we were ready for like that. Feels like the last hot they've been was that fucking TV before RVD blew out his knee or his ankle, whatever. When it was Awesome and RVD, had that like big throwdown on TNN or whatever. And I forget if Sabu was still in there.
Sabu was involved with it, I think. Yeah,
they had that huge fucking brawl, and it was like, oh shit, like this is on, you know.
Yep.
And it feels like the other parts of the show have been good, but for the main event scene,
it
feels like it's been a downward roll since then. But
yep.
All right, well, listen, we got a lot of time left to turn things around. We still got 25 episodes or so that we're gonna have here. We got 5 more pay-per-views. We got a lot of TV to cover, so we got a lot going on. So we'll turn the ship around. I'm confident in it. We will be back in 2 weeks with 3 episodes of television coming off of this show, and we'll start the slow build to Heatwave 2000. Check out everything at the North South Connection. Give us a like, a love, a subscribe, a comment on YouTube. Follow us on all podcast apps, except for those losers, those just incredibles over at Spotify. Thank you for joining us here on the Big 2-6. A lot of cool stuff coming, like we talked about. Stay extreme. Snap your fingers, snap your neck. Talk to you soon.